Jacksepticeye!
What? Unfortunately, that
You guys...
you cut out.
Oh shit, that's awkward.
You, God damn it!
What I was trying to
think...
say was, to your laddies, I'm Jacksepticeye!
Yeah, unfortunately, your microphone isn't good enough. Your pop
No,
filter
it's
failed
not.
you.
Ah, fuck.
Ah,
Damn.
damn it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, we are back. We are not doing
We're
Valheim
not
this week.
Jacksepticeye.
We are also
We're
not
not Jacksepticeye.
Jacksepticeye.
Big sad.
We're doing Shadow Wizard Money Gang because my brain has melted from work. Um, Turns out doing an estimate on an airport, a school that has an apartment in it, another school that doesn't have an apartment in it, and a small office space in 1 week kind of melts your brain. Have I like blown your mind with the idea of a school with a apartment in it?
That's kind of fucking weird, not gonna lie.
Right? I did figure out why, though. I did figure out why.
Why?
Turns out in Virginia, they have a securities program where you can apply to be a security personnel who lives at the school. It is a program that is only open to teachers and police officers.
Hmm. Well, I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
It actually it does. I think it's a very interesting program. Um, I I kind of hate the fact that it's needed, not needed, but existent, I guess.
Yeah.
What with the whole idea of school shootings being more like, oh my god. So I am going to talk work a little bit here.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that it's sad that they need to exist, like what you said, security officers for schools because of school shootings, and Jacob needing to check his mic because he's usually muted.
Yeah, that is actually a really sad
Fuck
thing.
you,
Um,
shitter.
um, so I'm going to talk work just a tiny bit. I was on Monday at a pre-bid meeting for a school construction. It was really cool seeing this school construction. Um, for the estimate, it's like it's all teched out with new tech stuff. There's a maker space. There's streaming. It's a primary school, so it's incorporating a lot of great technology stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 2 interior courtyards that have great, cool designs on them. Like, it's really an innovative school. Oh, I can't wait for it. I mean, granted, I'm never going to see it because it's a primary school and I'm not with child. But, I was excited for it. And then at the pre-bid meeting, I'm in an elementary school cafeteria, hating the fact that I'm sitting at an elementary school table because, Jesus Christ, I'm an adult who's large and sitting there really hurt. And I look along the wall and there is a shield, a modern day shield for a very specific event. And it's even labeled that it's a shield for said very specific event.
Okay.
And that just made me sad.
Okay. Like, not a decorative shield, but like a bulletproof SWAT shield or something?
Not quite a SWAT shield. It was an orange, but yeah, it was an active shooter shield.
Hmm. Yeah, well, that's sad.
Yeah.
almost as sad as us not all being ready to go.
I'm sorry.
It gave me
I
time
was
to tell
looking
my
at the
story.
lore, okay? I was looking at the lore.
He was luring it up.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
Just because you don't give a shit about lore doesn't mean I have to not give a shit about
Why the
lore.
fuck are they speaking Vietnamese?
Oh, that's fun.
Check the lore. Check the lore. Only way to find out.
Lore.
I do enjoy my job though. I do genuinely enjoy my job.
It's good to enjoy your work.
Yeah. It's not often that I'm reminded of sad things. I get, like I said, really weird moments where I'm looking at an apartment for a school building and going, the fuck? I like asked some coworkers about it and they were like, that's so weird. We've never heard of that. What?
Never ever.
I'd asked my parents about it because I went to go see my parents this weekend. If they were closer to where I needed to go for the pre-bid meeting. That'll narrow the location down to somewhere not near me, but near my parents, people. If you figure that out, you'll figure out.
The ones who live in North Carolina, right?
California, but you know, man, what a drive.
Sorry, yeah, the Kaz, they all sound the same.
I asked them, and they were like, could it be for security? Oh, maybe it's a groundskeeper. And as soon as they said groundskeeper, do you know what I thought of?
What I don't know.
Very famous groundskeeper in American
Willie?
media. Yeah.
Willie.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Grease me up, woman.
And I could think that didn't Groundskeeper Willie actually legitimately live in a shack on the school grounds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's Groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah. That was, so yeah, I guess it's not actually as, uncommon as you might think to have, to have, ooh, I completed a quest. To have an apartment for a school, because you could have a groundskeeper living on the schools.
I mean, it depends on how bougie the school is, you know?
I mean, to be fair, it's The Simpsons, and I'm pretty sure that even for them, their public school was not well funded. Oh no, I can't get around that.
Yeah,
statue.
but like fucking a lot of the stuff in the show wasn't realistic.
I mean, true, they did build an entire school. Who was it? It wasn't.
How did I die?
It was like a Musk archetype that built a future school, and then they tore it down in like 1 week or something.
I have no idea.
It was a relatively newer episode.
Well, that's why I don't watch New Simpsons. I'm still dead, by the way.
Yeah, I'm coming to get you eventually. I'm trying to also destroy the stone statues.
There was an episode, an old one, where Homer gets a new coworker who worked really hard for his job, studied to to get to where he is in life, went through college debt, all this shit, right? And he meets Homer, who's just a lazy fucking dumbass who doesn't know shit, who somehow seems to get handed everything in life, and he absolutely goes insane.
Yeah, that sounds about
It's a really
right.
funny episode.
You know, they kind of
You've been to space?
I remember that. Yeah. They rehashed that story point ever so slightly. When Bart goes to visit his dad at the nuclear power plant, and it's like, oh man, it's so easy. I could get this job. And then like some random guy goes, it's like, unfortunately, Bart, no, you can't. Today's world is not like your dad's world. And they go into this whole song and dance number about how Like the jobs of the past that were so easy to get now require like a master's degree and whatnot. Because yeah, Homer has no fucking degrees or any shit. He just
Mhm.
he just like walked in and could do the job. But now it takes fucking a PhD.
Yeah, how dare it take a PhD to monitor a nuclear power core?
I mean, fair. I'm actually arguing a bad point with that one.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, bad example, but the point still stands.
Mhm. I haven't thought about The Simpsons in forever.
It's, I mean, you know, despite everything, it still is.
Yeah, that's true. They tend to be what they are, you know?
But true story. I watched some recent Simpsons episodes and I watched some recent Family Guy episodes.
Yeah.
One holds
Oh,
up significantly better than the other.
which holds up better?
The Simpsons.
Yeah, I thought so.
It actually has still pretty decent writing. The stories absolutely have changed from what they were. Um, but you know, the humor's still there. The political acumen is still there. Um, I think Barney died. Yeah, Barney died recently. I'm pretty sure.
The character?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the drunk at Moe's. I
Yeah.
think he recently passed away in canon. Not like the voice actor or whatever. I think they actually got rid of that character. Well, not got rid of it. Like they had that character die. I could be wrong. I know a character recently passed away in The Sims. It's the fucking kick the soccer ball. I know they had a character recently pass away, and I feel like it was Barney. It was absolutely a tavern goer. I know that much, but I don't think it was Lenny or Carl. Yes, the fact that I remember these characters' names is kind of ridiculous. Oh, I kicked that bad.
Oh, really? That's cringe. Um,
Oh, you
this
know.
might be a hot take. Y'all might disagree with me, and you know what? That's fine, because people are entitled to their opinions, right?
Yeah.
I never liked Family Guy.
You know, I think that even though it's a hot take, it is a valid hot take.
I mean, it just always seemed, I don't know, stupid.
I mean, it was idiot humor in the highest regards. Peter, fuck. But I got it. Oh, that's not good.
We just need to get the last three in.
No, that's the wrong way. Did you see how much time there was?
No.
We might get it. We might not. I don't know.
I've been too busy talking about The
What is that?
Simpsons.
Oh, we can get this. If I'm not slowed by the fuck vines. All right, that's one more. Are you?
Get
Is
it,
that a
get it,
relic?
get it.
Ah, fuck! I didn't know I was that low on health.
He's dead.
We have 20 seconds to kick the last ball in.
No,
Well, I thought the
18,
last.
15,
I thought the last ball
10.
was in.
No. It's one more ball. It's right there. No, we're going to fail. Ah, damn.
That's cringe.
What is
I'm
that?
going for the relic.
Yeah, but what is that red spot? Oh, potion. You can highlight potions.
No, you're the bird, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't
maybe
the
I did
bird
it.
see shit?
Mm.
Revive speed.
Oh God. Ooh. Anyone see any good TV lately? Or hear about any good TV?
No, I haven't really been watching TV or streaming. I watched The Rookie, which I enjoy. Oh, but speaking of hot takes, I do not enjoy South Park.
Okay.
I think old South Park had some good episodes, but I think current South Park is too what is it? Not too divisive for its own good. Contrarian for its own good. It tries too hard to be antagonistic, if that makes sense.
Here's the thing. South Park has been around forever. So have The Simpsons. So has Family Guy. Um, eventually, like, a concept just gets done. You've done everything you really can do. At least you've done everything you can do well when it comes to creative projects like that. And the longer you keep it around, the more it shows its age.
I will agree and yet disagree at the same time. I think that's true for some things. Some things, especially if they go for a certain bent, absolutely will have that. I think The Simpsons, while they may necessarily be running out of innovative material as a long running, family oriented show, not family, like not oriented for families to watch, but oriented on a family. I actually think The Simpsons is still kind of valid.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily run its time out. It could end at any point and still be fine. I don't think it's run its.
I'm not saying New Simpsons is bad. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is old Simpsons was amazing.
Yes.
New Simpsons is just kind of there.
I think New Simpsons is still decent, and New Simpsons is still better than New Family Guy. Oh, this is bad.
Well, yeah, but that's
You're
like
dead.
a
Oh,
low
shit.
ass bar. No, he got the level up. You got level up help, didn't you?
I have 1 hit point. I think I survived on 1 hit point.
I think you about to die.
Yes.
Okay, maybe don't start it at the highest freaking difficulty
On
without,
the ice stage.
on the ice stage. Just a thought. Radical concept, radical idea. I know. So crazy, it just might work.
We're going back to the stage that we failed the other night.
All right. Let's cook.
New Birb custom.
Birb.
But so yeah, I think while that The Simpsons could end at any point in time, I think that it is still decent enough that it can continue. I liken it to One Piece. I think that it has enough of a goodness to it that it can continue indefinitely or end at any time indefinitely, as opposed to wearing out its welcome. That's the fucking phrase I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I think Family Guy has run out its welcome to a certain extent. I think South Park has run out its welcome to a certain extent. Doctor Who, I think, is still going and still has stuff to explore.
Well, okay, the thing with Doctor Who, right, is every couple of seasons, they'll kill off the Doctor, replace the Doctor with a new Doctor, and it's all the same Doctor because of how regeneration works. And then they can get in new writers, and they can do new things with a different version of the character, right? They sort of wipe the slate clean, which is why it's been able to go on as long as it has. While still being relatively fresh. Some doctors are
Yes.
better than others, and that just shows by the level of writing and the direction they take the character
And the actor's talent.
and the actor's talent.
I plan to drop an envelope after my appointment.
But there you go. That's why I think Doctor Who's been able to last so long without overstaying its welcome.
I think that's a valid point.
You can't do that with a lot of shows because, you know, most shows are like, oh, hey, these are all the people and they never change unless it's like a little bit of character growth here and there. Even then, we might have to reset that just for, you know, to allow the jokes to land, you know?
Oh, I hate when character growth gets reset. It's like all of the continuity mix-ups of like character development or
11.
for example, I was watching not the Drew Carey show, King of the Hill. King of the Hill. recently.
King of the Hill.
And
yeah.
in the first season, the wife has a sister. After the first season, the sister vanishes, never existed. They never talk about her. The wife is now a only daughter. She's just gone.
That's a hard reset.
Mm-hmm. The writers apparently didn't know what to do with her, which I think is stupid. I think that just shows a lack of ability on their part. So they de-existified her. It's like, I like the put on a bus trope. You know, if you don't know what to do with a character and you need to show them for a while, you have them take a trip or go somewhere, right? And then, if you think of what to do with the character later, you have the option of the bus came back.
Bringing him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you don't lose continuity in your show by erasing them. You don't mess up that actress's whatever. You don't negate their performance. You just put them on a bus. Although I will say, and I think this one actually is kind of a weirdly valid choice, and I think they did this a little well. I also had recently watched, what is the exact title? I think it's Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I'm trying to remember if it was called My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend or what. I think it's just called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Fun show, interesting premise. Because it actually ends up dealing with mental health in a lot of ways and dealing with obsessive tendencies and trauma. But one of the characters, a big character from early on in the seasons, goes away, and then comes back and is played by a different actor. Now, they somewhat acknowledge it, and apparently it's kind of like in-universe head-winked as well, by saying that the character grew so much in terms of personality that they were essentially a different person. So it's a matter of perspective for the character, since we're viewing everything through the lens of somebody who is dealing with a mental illness, right? So they see
Right.
this person as a legitimately different person because they did change so much from who they were. It was like a fitting of having the actor change out, but then also the character, they grew, they changed. So I thought that was a very interesting way of handling things. I suppose it's like the other funny way of doing it that I love, that everybody knows too, is when Don Cheadle replaced Terrence Howard as War Machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a fun nod for it as well. I'm here, it's me, get over it. The only other time I remember them replacing an actor mid something or other, and they kind of acknowledged it, but I still also hated that they did that, was when they changed Aunt Vivian in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now that's another old TV show that was fantastic.
You know, they did that with Dumbledore, but they had a really good reason to do that.
Yeah, critical existence failure kind of happened.
Yeah. No help in that, really.
Yeah, that one I will excuse due to pure critical existence failure, which they were ironically worried about happening again towards the end of the production of those movies. Thankfully, he didn't, but still, would have been rather weird if Dumbledore was 3 people. Yep, speaking of fucking Harry Potter,
You're fucking Harry Potter?
I mean,
Oh, that's on lava.
yeah, I'm not a fan of
I
this.
couldn't see the lava because of the soul sludge.
Ooh, I have so much experience gain right now. I am at 48%, so I will ponder all of the orbs.
All right.
So I don't want to get too controversial into this, so I'm not going to talk about the really controversial bits of the problem of Harry Potter. But what I am going to talk about is I am upset.
I found an orb.
Where? Oh, I see it.
Top right.
Yeah, apparently I can now see them because I am Birb. I am annoyed and slightly upset that they are remaking Harry Potter as an HBO series.
Oh yeah.
Not because I have anything inherently... I don't think there's anything... I mean, there's lots wrong with Harry Potter. That's not the point is not because I find fault with the franchise. I find fault with the fact that we are remaking something yet again instead of, you know, exploring new stories.
New.
Yeah. Like, if the original sucked or needed, like, actual remastering, like Aragon should be fucking redone, because the book series was good, the movie was hot garbage. If they redid that because the movie was hot garbage, sure. Another live-action Avatar the Airbender, they did that because the movie was hot garbage, and it was apparently decent. I've heard mixed things about the live-action reboot, but I will... Oh, god damn it. But at least it wasn't terrible, so I will give it a pass. and I can understand them redoing it. And they meant well. They got the actors. They did the themes and casting of the actors really well, I think. But like, seriously, new stories, new stuff.
Oh, those stingrays suck so much. I
really
hate
do.
them.
Oh no, we're gonna fail this, and we had so little left. Fuck.
Well, I think we should stop sending everybody going to the objective. I
Well,
feel like that's just summoning more things.
the problem was also I'm dead. The problem was also there was a good bit on lava, which made it hard to both get to and clear.
Fuck.
Also, I've heard that Disney is not doing. They canceled one of their newer live-action remakes due to the poor response of Snow White.
Thank God. I don't think this is a hot take, but they need to do new things. They need to start animating again, because they have a history of being an animation studio. And I mean
Didn't they
proper animation.
CGI the dwarves?
Did they?
Yeah, like
They
they
didn't
weren't
hire
actual
actual
dwarves.
dwarves?
Yeah,
They
I
didn't
know.
hire
What the fuck?
actual short people? People with dwarfism?
No, they CGI'd
I
it and
apologize if
motion
I've
captured.
pissed off. I apologize if I've pissed off anybody who is short in that particular way. I'm not trying to demean you. It's just,
Huh?
people, the dwarves ought to be played
Babe,
by short people.
Mm-hmm.
dinner's ready, by the way.
Oh, I love food. That's a known fact. I will be retrieving food very soon.
Thank
You
you. I
have
appreciate
23
you, my love.
seconds.
I do not have. That's not enough time. So finish your thing. Next level up, I will run. Also, wait, I'm dead. Why do I care? I'm gonna grab food right now.
I will not revive you until you get back.
I'm reviving you right now.
You bitch.
Ooh, that smells good. I think David might be a little boring.
It apparently smells delicious, folks.
That's what I get. Thank you so much. Oh, it smells like dinner. Goodbye.
Now I'm curious what you're having.
I have returned. I can be brought back to life now.
What are you eating? Because apparently it smells divine.
It's chicken. It's
Oh, fuck.
chicken parmesan mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
Mm,
Chicken parm is good.
tastes good.
I got you. You are alive. Yeah, so, speaking of things Parmesan, I was reading. God, I read so many weird things and see so many weird things. I was reading some stuff about meals that were prevalent in like the 80s and 90s that you just don't see very much anymore. And
Huh?
one of them was veal parmesan. Veal specifically, but veal parmesan.
Mm.
And part of the reasoning behind that was people finally actually understanding what veal was, and so veal as a meal, veal as a meal, started becoming less prevalent.
Veal is the one where it's like baby cow, right?
Yes, and it's very specifically like where the baby cows are essentially hobbled, so they don't move much, so the meat is like super not the muscles aren't very used.
Yeah, I would never have veal parmesan.
Oh, I would never have veal at all.
In
Like I am
part because
morally against it.
that kind of thing is against my religion. Uh, doesn't stop me from mixing milk and meat in other ways. But hey, that's just that. This shit like that is the whole reason that kosher rules exist in the first place.
Yeah, speaking of against your religion, says Mr. Man eating what again?
Chicken does not produce milk. Fun fact.
Oh,
Chicken
right. You
parmesan.
can have chicken
Yeah.
and dairy.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Technically speaking. Although it's usually a good idea to avoid that simply because if you're getting it and you didn't make it yourself, there's a chance it might not be chicken. It might be some kind of red meat instead. Anyway.
It's actually human meat.
Mm.
Human.
Good old long pork.
Oh yeah, delicious.
Another thing that apparently is not that common anymore: beef stroganoff.
And oh, beef stroganoff's good.
It's good, but apparently it's not that common anymore to find in restaurants and whatnot.
Beef stroganoff.
I like a good beef stroganoff, but yeah, I have not seen it all that often.
I found an orb to be contemplated in the bottom right.
Oh.
I will be down there.
Maximum contemplation.
Another one, and I would love to try this at some point, but I have not ever seen it to have liver and onions. Have either of you ever had liver and onions?
I don't think so.
Would you ever have liver and onions?
Once, at least. I'm the kind of guy who'll try any food once.
I'm that
For the most
way,
part.
yeah, with certain exceptions. For example, I will never have Rocky Mountain oysters.
Why not?
I know what they are.
You scared? You scared because you know what they are? Hmm? Anyway.
It's not a scared thing. It's I'm aware of what they are, so I'm aware of what the flavor profile is going to be.
Hmm.
I'm also aware of the texture, and both of those are a hard no for me. Which is weird.
Don't like
'cause I actually
oysters?
like oysters. Oh, no, I like oysters. That Rocky Mountain oysters do not have the texture of oysters.
Oh, really?
No.
Never had them, so I wouldn't know.
I watch cooking shows, so I've heard of people eating them.
Found the golden bug.
Get them.
Apparently, they're very
you little
spongy, and they have a very they can be very bitter. Can you guys think of any other meals that you haven't seen or heard of in a long time that you used to see all the time?
Well, frickin' mac and cheese with tuna in it.
Yeah, you know what's funny? While I was at my parents' and working there before going off to the pre-bid meeting, I seem to keep going back to that. But my dad made tuna casserole, mac and cheese with tuna, and frozen veggies. It was delicious.
That's a meal for my childhood right there.
Yeah, it's one of those struggle meals that still is tasty, and I need to make that more because it cooks well and actually lasts pretty decently too as a casserole. What about you, Jacob? Anything from your childhood that you just don't see that often anymore, either in restaurants or being made?
I don't know. Chicken wings are different.
Different how?
I think they're bigger.
I mean, they are breeding chickens bigger, and I've heard they're making a three-legged chicken, but it keeps running away and they can't catch it.
I don't know. they weren't as big chicken like wings, but like I think they tasted better that way.
But that's not a three-legged chicken. That's just a rooster. A very lucky
I
rooster.
have an orb on me.
Contemplate. Where are you?
Uh, top left.
There he
All
is.
right,
I see it. I
Connor,
see it.
go, go, go. You must contemplate.
I keep forgetting that Jacob is Starman.
Stop.
I am the
And
Starman.
do, 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 do. Ba, 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 do, 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 do.
Orb contemplated. We don't have a lot of viewers, so I can't really ask the viewers what meals they might have gone for.
I miss fried chicken every week.
You know,
I'm going to miss in the near future. I'm going to miss homemade bread and matzo ball soup once a week.
oh, you know,
I'm gonna miss that.
you
The
could
salads are okay, but they tend to be store bought. So
you could start making your own bread.
that's true. I could.
There's also a lot of effort.
I mean, a lot of people
bread
started.
machines are great.
Yeah, and a lot of
Bread
people
machines
started
are great.
picking that shit up during the pandemic. The bread craze went crazy for COVID.
The bread craze went crazy. Never would have guessed.
I said what I said. I will not take that back.
He said what he said, and he meant what he meant. He stands behind it 100%.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know,
It's getting downright Susian in here.
yeah, and it was also reminding me of I am what I am, Popeye.
I am what I am.
Ooh,
Popeye.
plasma or white lightning?
Ooh, plasma.
I picked the white lightning is cold and lightning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just picked that.
But speaking of Popeye, you want to know something that I learned somewhat recently in my life that like blew my freaking mind? Did you know that the reason why everybody was crazy for spinach was due to a typo?
A typo.
Uh-huh.
What type of typo?
So, you know how for the longest time we've thought of spinach as being a super high in iron food?
Yeah.
Well, turns out the nutritionalist who wrote down that missed a decimal place.
Oh. It
Now-
actually has no iron whatsoever.
It has iron. It has about a tenth of the iron we expected.
I mean, that's still good.
It's still good. Spinach is still a fantastically healthy vegetable. It's just not necessarily as iron rich as purported. You want to know what actually has more iron in it per serving size?
Nails.
Kale.
I'm not sure about the kale. Nails will, so long as they're made of iron. If they're copper, they're not going to have any iron whatsoever.
Or wood.
Yeah, but the wooden ones will give you your fiber for the day.
Good times.
Watermelon.
Mmm. A watermelon.
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 Surprisingly hydrating, surprisingly good in iron content, and found at many a southern barbecue.
True. Many a southern barbecue.
Also found at Japanese summer vacation places. A good way to chill a watermelon or many watermelons is to have it float down a stream. You'll want the stream to be relatively slow and calm and gentle and tiny, but it's a good way to chill a watermelon for the summer. This has been Wit and Twit with Food Facts.
Mm.
You, you know, this is gonna be a weird fucking tangent here. And this is just my ADHD in full swing. I took my medicine today too. You know what pie I've never seen?
R squared?
No, I have seen that. I've been in math classes.
Mm.
Watermelon pie.
Do they make watermelon pie?
I've never seen it. I never said it didn't exist.
Yeah, stun lock him. Stun lock him.
I have no health. Oh my god. Uh-oh. I have no health. Suddenly realize I have no health.
You are the dead and you don't even know it. Relic. I must contemplate the relics. I have contemplated the relic. I just picked a thing that I don't think will actually be all that useful. My damage increases every time I help revive a teammate. That's great.
I can.
We're
Well, I'm
almost.
dead.
We're
So
almost.
pick me up.
I'll pick
Pick
you
me
up,
up. I'm dead.
and I'll get my damage increased by 10%.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were Jacob for a sec.
What, you thought Jacob revived you and not me, and so therefore I didn't get my
Yeah.
10% damage boost?
Which would have been funny.
It would have been. I saw them there trying to steal it. But no, 'twas me. I
No,
am the Game Boy.
I was not trying to steal.
Oh, I've got 3
God.
health. Ooh.
No, as long as I can see something on my screen, stars will kill it.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I'd revive you again, but unfortunately we're out of revives at the moment.
Yeah, I was chased into a corner.
Is it this corner? The corner I'm being chased into?
Maybe.
You know, I really like the little bird wizard's movements. Why are you both dead?
I got cornered.
Okay, so this is reminding me of something else. Man, I love these tangents that we're getting into here. I was on a Discord group talking to people, and we were talking about games. And I said a phrase that can be considered insulting, but is very common and is well known for a very specific franchise.
Is it beep you?
No.
No.
It's get
Okay,
good.
what was it? Okay.
It can be seen as a condescending phrase, but it is a phrase that's very well known for a very particular franchise.
I mean, somebody got pissed off by that. They were just looking for a reason to get pissed off. I'm sorry.
Yes, I agree. They weren't being pissed off at that. I was just more mentioning the phrasing because I think it's interesting that phrase has now been associated with a game franchise. And even though it can be considered a condescending it's more tongue-in-cheek and symbolic of the franchise rather than truly a condescending or insulting phrase.
Wait, what was the phrase?
Get good. Specifically spelled Gitgud. Jacob, how do you not know this phrase? It's for your franchise.
Oh, get good?
Yes.
I'm having a hard time hearing because of the music and effects and shit.
I mean,
Sounds like you have to adjust the options while you're dead.
it also sounds like you should get good.
Sounds like
I
you should
am
get good too.
Fuck you. That was the first time I fucking died, okay?
I was more talking about the volume thing rather than being dead, but okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, get good volume.
Yeah,
Or
you
we're
should
on the
get good
same-
at hearing.
As long as we're on the same page. You
Orb.
did not contemplate that orb.
I didn't
You
see
walked
that
right
orb
by
coming.
it.
I was not. I was more focused on staying alive.
Well, I'm gonna go contemplate the orb.
I'm going to go contemplate. Oh, God damn it! Contemplating the orb is how you got into a bodybuilding competition with your wife. Slight difference from what I've said regarding that before, but I still love those jokes. I think that they are some of the best parenthood jokes you can do. Oh, hey, an orb.
You know, that's something I don't quite get, right? Why do people spend so much money on gym memberships? People do bodybuilding without having a gym membership all the time.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it's partially the advertisements that gyms do. There's a little bit of a social aspect and a social media aspect.
I was playing off of your joke, your bodybuilding joke.
Well, that's just
I'm
my
dead again.
That's my neural divergence making me take the literal as opposed to the figurative essence of your speech there.
I think you'll find.
Actually, I fucking hate those people. Even if I used to be one of the actually peoples too.
I think you'll find you never stopped. Uh-oh. Oh no. I don't mean that, by the way. That's a joke.
Yeah, no, that's why
Very
you're
poor
not.
taste.
It's why you're not dead. Sniper team can stand out.
Stand down.
Sniper team 6.
We're about to win. You guys are about to crush it.
Yeah, I'm like debating trying to go get you or kill him.
Oh, just kill him.
Oh,
Just-
how did
just
that
kill
kill
him.
me?
Kill him, kill him, kill him.
Whoa, I need him to die, not me. There he is.
Pick me up, quick, quick. Go north.
Ah, bump.
Oh, so close.
Oh man, that was great though.
God damn.
Look
God
at these,
damn.
look at these stats. 26 minutes, 4 out of 5 objectives. Level reached 44. Deaths 12. My stats. Spell stats. Team stats. There it is.
I had a 50% critical chance, man.
It's a good one.
Boss did the most damage.
I died a lot. Oh well, boo-hoo.
Oh, I had the most kills. Hey, look at that.
I was nearly up there, but you beat me by quite a bit
Just
of
a
damage.
little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. I will not cry in a corner.
Oh, did
Harumph.
somebody in chat just tell you to?
Abe, you may actually have a split personality disorder.
Oh no. uh,
Oh, I need to see this.
we have fun here.
God damn.
Got him. Got him. Got him. Ah.
Wait, what is the mission for Ludwig? His other outfit.
I don't know.
Sacrifice enemies with Ludwig.
Which is sadly objective specific and hard to do.
Yeah.
It's just you gotta play with them and hope to get those.
Infuse the arcane broadsword with venom, and sacrifice. I need to sacrifice 600 more guys. Cool. Cool. All right, let's get to it.
All right, gentlemen.
I like the sword. I like the sword a lot. Mental gen. We talked about TV. We talked about food.
Ooh, legendary. Legendary.
Legendary.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, what was that?
I don't think I've talked
What are
about
you
this on
humming about?
stream, or maybe I did. No, I think I talked about this last week. The Modus being 80 pounds. Yeah,
The mongoose?
Modus, the M2 machine gun.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm trying. Oh, did I talk about on stream the incidents that I told you about?
I think you may have, but I don't know for sure.
The
I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Oh, I got Campbell. No, Campbell. Campbell. I don't know.
Campelli.
Oh, that one.
Which one's Campelli?
It looks like a jester, I think.
Yeah, I think he's the knife. He's
Oh,
knife boy.
knife boy.
Um,
I like knives.
so I don't know if I actually talked about this on stream. I think I just talked about it while we were hell diving in general. So, I have.
Abe, we must create the sword.
I take a weird sense of pleasure in talking with and sussing out um scams when it comes to people. Yeah, new Wizard King outfit. When it comes to either romance scams or um them talking, trying to sell me something or whatever. I don't know. I take a perverse pleasure in interacting with these people and sussing out the scams, right?
Oh
Because
God,
I
not
like,
a perverse pleasure.
yeah,
Just a
prefer.
little bit.
Yeah,
I
he
Just a
don't.
breaks
little
out the fuzzy cups and everything.
God damn it!
Bad dragon. There, I said it. We
There
can
we
move
are.
on now.
Now sponsored by Bad Dragon. Um, so there has been somebody who I had been talking to recently that messaged me on Discord, not from anything, just out of the blue, but claiming to be from somewhere. So I didn't start talking to them from any dating app. I didn't get them from somewhere and then move the conversation off of that. It was pure, uh, hey, I found your thing from X. Which, by the way, I did look on X, not Twitter. I'm talking X as in the fucking. I'm gonna call it fucking Z. I did look on Z. Um, and they actually might have been able to get that from Z. It's not specifically called out, but that is. I tend to use the same username in a lot of
Water, right?
places. Sure. So it is
No,
entirely
twatter. I'm
Swatter.
sorry.
Zwatter.
I like twatter.
Zwatter.
I like twatter. No,
Yeah.
I like twatter
Twatter.
because it implies that the guy who owns it is a twat.
You know what? I kind of like that too. Anyways, not the point. I had been talking to him a while. It seemed to be interesting. You know, it seemed genuine. But there was some mauve flags, as I like to say. You know, the ones that aren't quite red, but are definitely maybe potentially red flags. So, and I've updated Abe on this recently. I don't know if you heard this yet or not, Jacob. They mentioned that they had an upcoming birthday, and I was like, okay, birthday, here it comes. Let's see what they go for. And then they were like, yeah, so what are you doing for my birthday? Well, I don't know. What did you have in mind? I have a friend who puts together birthday packages. Why don't you do one of those? Do they have a website? You know, like what kind of prices are we talking? You know, I'm thinking, you know, if it's a legit thing, maybe they do like some kind of fun birthday package where you go in for a present and $5-10. If it's legitimate, you know, a little tiny about, I could possibly see that. I'd probably still say no, but you know, still would be legitimate. The pricing I got back was like, oh, they have one for $400 or $300 or $198 if you're really tight on cash. Bitch, I ain't Elon Musk.
He's not a twat.
I'm not a twat. I ain't made of money. We're in a belt tightening era, not a I'm gonna spend $400 on somebody I haven't even met yet. No. I don't spend that much on my family. I wish I could spend that much on my family because that would mean I'd be doing really fucking well. But I don't. Hell, if I had a wife, I probably wouldn't spend that much on her because she would probably kill me if I spent $400 on her for her birthday without telling her.
Ah, yes, the metaphorical wife.
Metaphysical.
The metaphysical wife. I am dating a ghost.
Metatherical.
I'm dating a deity?
No, it's a theory.
She is a goddess, yes.
A game theory.
I'm dating a video game. The other thing is, I checked pictures in a reverse image search of this person. And lo and behold, I found out that apparently doing reverse image searching now, especially with people, is harder because of the whole facial recognition shit, which is both good and bad. It's kind of bad because it makes it harder to discover people who are scamming you by stealing pictures from other people. But I was able to suss some stuff out, and this person's pictures that they were using was from like a day in the life blogger who I'm pretty sure was married with children because it was day in the life of a Temu haul or day in the life of motherhood in Temu haul. So obviously this person stealing some semi-famous but like very specific social circle what influencer, that's a freaking term.
You know, the people who do the things with influence.
Right. So I called them out on it. The last time I told you about this,
Connor, look at me. Look at me immediately. Look directly at me. Thank you. Holy shit.
Why am I looking at you?
You don't have to look at me anymore. The guys were about to get me. Oh. I have like no turn speed whatsoever on ice. I needed them to stop. I needed them to stop. They were gonna kill me. Sorry, you were saying?
So, once I called them out on because I was like, do you have kids? No, I don't have kids. Post picture of the motherhood with a child. So what's this then? immediately upon my doing that, they tried calling me on Discord. And I did answer, and I got a robot voice that sounded like a woman, but then it cut out again, and I said, "Hey, can you get on camera to, to see their face?" And like, I don't know. Haven't heard from them since. It's been a full day now, and no reply. So I think they know their game is up, and they've given up. I will keep you up to date on whether or not I get any more from this bot scammer. The team. I'm now going to call them Timu Scammer or Birthday Scammer. Which one do you like better, Timu Scammer or Birthday Scammer?
Birthday. I like birthday scammer.
Birthday Scammer. Oh man, my controller's like thumbstick pad is breaking and dying. That's not fun. Granted, this is a third-party plugged-in Xbox controller, so what can I really expect from it?
True.
It's lasted a good long time. I've had it for God only knows how long. Oh, there's something on it. It's on here. I need to clean this freaking alcohol or whatever. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'll keep you to update on that. And if you want more tips for discovering scammers, follow Wit and Twit, and we will give you all of the advice for recognizing and uncovering scammers. I can't
Yeah, if they
tell
ask you
how
for
to scam
money.
Scammers.
If they ask you for money and you've never met them before, it's a scam.
Yes, generally yes. If they are on a dating app or other service, even on Discord, if they ask you to go to a different platform,
Sus.
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 Sauce?
Sus.
Me?
No,
did I do?
sus.
Well, I should say if you're on a dating app and they don't give you their phone number or Discord, I will allow Discord for being a relatively trusted platform because it is a free to use platform that you can't really. What am I trying to say here with Discord? It is a safe platform that is harder to scam through, but that's not even true because you can get scammed on Discord. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's I still would trust Discord over something like WhatsApp or some of those other programs. I don't know why. Maybe it's just personal bias. Somebody could absolutely correct me on that, and I would accept that because I don't know. I just, for whatever reason, will trust Discord over, say, WhatsApp or Signal, especially Signal now. I mean, government secrets get leaked there.
Yeah.
What are other text apps are there besides WhatsApp and Signal?
Text apps.
Yeah, like texting, calling apps that don't use phone numbers or aren't for phone numbers or whatever. I know a lot of scammers use WhatsApp for whatever reason.
I don't know.
Maybe it's the end-to-end encryption, whereas Discord doesn't have as much end-to-end encryption, so it's harder to spoof a signal. Skype has not been used in a hot minute, but yeah, that was pretty big for scammers too.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh man, I am legitimately trying to think of some. What do you think, Jacob? What sites have you been scammed on?
I don't get scammed. I don't talk to people. If I don't know you, I do not talk to you.
How the hell are we talking then?
Because Abe convinced me. Also, bro, that's how my wife came to talk to me.
You did get picked up.
Like she's told
Where's
the
the
story.
sacrifice?
Yeah, you guys need to do the sacrifice, so I'll let you do the sacrifice.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Racra rice? Hey,
Roro
Racky,
Reggie.
I'm gonna be a
Racma
Racra
rice.
rice.
Speaking of Scooby-Doo, I know I am somewhat stealing this from a comedian, and I can't remember which comedian it is. I know I'm pretty sure it's one of the comedians that is famous for doing lots of impressions, and specifically impressions of John Madden. Frank Caliendo, I want to
Ow.
say, is the comedian. I could be wrong about that. But he had an excellent point. Remember the old Scooby Doo's that had the guest stars on them, like the
Bro,
Sonny
they
and
had
Cher or the
that.
Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
I love them.
They were fantastic. Could you imagine a reboot of the Scooby Doo show, same Scooby Doo format as before, but with modern day celebrities? That would
No, not really.
It would be great though, wouldn't it?
I guess, but like every show seems to have celebrity cameos on it.
I know, but like you could have a Scooby Doo whose guest star is Chris Rock, a black actor on there that isn't the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, you know what? Oh, all right. You could have Chris Rock be the guest star, right? And like his house is being haunted, and when they catch the ghost or whatever, they pull off the mask.
Oh my
It's
god.
Will Smith.
I knew it! I knew you were going there. I knew you were going there.
Did you expect something
Totally
different?
do that.
No, and I love it. Oh, that was freaking great.
Ah.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh my
That was
God.
beautiful.
I mean, it's expected, right? But like, come on.
Alternatively,
That
we have
explains why the ghost kept smacking me in the face and wailing about its wife.
Alternatively, it's Will Smith who's being haunted by Chris Rock as
Oh,
revenge.
you know,
for that.
you could do both. Both work. Both work.
See, there's still life in that format for TV for Scooby Doo.
You have to be really, really creative to do it.
Yes, I mean,
It has to be done well.
yeah.
I mean, like, you get a lot of like, oh my gosh, look at that. It's I don't know. Name a random celebrity.
Baby No Money.
Oh my God, look, it's Baby No Money. I can't believe you're here
He's
at the
a
bake sale.
celebrity.
And then he's there for like 3 seconds, and that's it.
Well, see, that's the problem of the random cameos that did that. The whole point of the Scooby Doo cameo was they were in the entire episode, and they were part of the story. Like when Sonny and Cher showed up, they were there for all of it. They helped Scooby and the gang solve the mystery. Usually, they ended up at the same rundown hotel for whatever reason. There was the times where Batman showed up randomly, and I think they were after the Joker.
Oh yeah, and and Fred was in the tire, and he held like a broom out, and
Yeah.
he knocked over the Joker and Penguin.
Yeah,
That is so funny.
classic.
Oh my
Scooby-Doo.
God.
Classic Scooby-Doo had it. Which makes me so. I feel like I've ranted about it before, but I'm gonna rant it again. That's why I friggin' hated Velma so much. Oh, Velma was a travesty of the Scooby-Doo name.
It was not as good. I didn't watch it.
I did not watch it. I didn't even watch it. I refused to watch it because that way, it wouldn't get my clicks and picks.
Yeah, it just seemed to not have a soul. If you
was-
liked it, that's fine. Like if you're a viewer who liked Velma, great. But like it didn't have the soul of Scooby-Doo. It was just kind of mean-spirited throughout.
it didn't even have Scooby-Doo in it.
Yeah.
It never featured Scooby-Doo. The quintessential part of Scooby-Doo was not there. They had Scrappy-Doo as a weird governmental kill dog. Yeah, that was a plot point in Velma. Velma was also a ghost for a while. Yeah, that was a weird plot point.
I mean, I don't care about any of the race related stuff, like, oh, Shaggy is now black or whatever, right? That's not important. It's that everyone's just kind of a jerk to each other.
Yeah, that all of the defining character traits of each of the cast were flipped on its head, and they were foil. They wouldn't even be foils to their original selves. They were the antithesis of their normal selves.
Yeah.
Velma was not the shy, smart, clever girl that she was supposed to be. She was a vapid, vain, trying to be popular but not popular girl who just complained about her lack of popularity. Like,
Yeah.
I believe she actually cheated off of Norville, who was. I mean, I'll give Shaggy this. They did actually give Shaggy his true name, which is Norville. Shaggy was, and I don't mind that Shaggy became a more intelligent person, but they did it in, again, just the most antithetical way for the character. Oh, I don't do drugs. I would never touch drugs. And meanwhile, classic Shaggy is a supposed stoner. They never mention it, but he had all the hallmarks of being a stoner. He was still a great guy. He actually was the most courageous guy, despite being the most cowardly. Anytime they needed a frickin' runner or a guy to be bait, Shaggy would do it. He might need a little bit of motivation, but Shaggy was your man for that.
Mm-hmm.
And he could keep
Yeah.
up with a Great Dane. He was an athlete. Fred might have been a
Great
little bit of a
Danes are
ditz.
indeed man killers.
Right? Fred might have been a little bit of a ditz, but he cared about everybody. He was the heart of the team. He was the planner. He was the engineer. He was the guy who got stuff done. He wasn't some rich snob who was a complete moron and didn't care about anybody but himself.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason he was made into a rich snob who only cared about himself and all that shit is because he wore an ascot. I think that's the only fucking reason.
Yeah, but like...
Which is profiling.
Yeah! Fred made the ascot look good. Fred was one of the original himbos. And he was one of the original himbos that wasn't the quintessential dumb himbo either. Like, I will give Fred that.
Skill.
Yeah, Fred was breaking ground even in the frickin' 70s and 80s as being a man's man without actually being the toxic masculinity. All of the Scooby-Doo cast were what am I thinking of? Mold breakers?
Yeah, and look, you can give people. Look, if Velma had just, kept the original soul of the characters, right, but given them some flaws, some like human flaws. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would have been fine.
Yeah. You know what show did that really, really well? Mystery
Which one?
Inc.
Oh, the other reboot that was pretty good.
Yeah. It kept the soul of Scooby-Doo and gave them flaws. Fred became trap-sexual. And I'm saying that half-jokingly. The man was obsessed with traps.
He loved traps, yeah.
Oh, God, he loved traps. And
I got stuck on a rock.
It was a big flaw of his, but he still was there for everybody. He cared for his team.
Look, if you like traps, okay, you're not a bad person as long as you don't use traps on people.
Yeah, you may be
who don't want
Admiral,
traps used on them.
You might be an Admiral Akbar. but that's
Well,
okay
he
to be a
didn't love
fish.
traps. He just pointed out traps. He saw a trap. He'd be like, "Yo,
It's a trap.
listen, it's a trap."
um,
He called it as he saw it. All right.
yeah, but yeah, no mystery. I mean, if you want a good modern day Scooby Doo, Mystery Inc. is a fantastic show, and it's one of the few Scooby Doos that actually had a long-standing plot. In addition to the Monster of the Week, it actually had an overarching plot that continued in between episodes. You know who else I liked from Scooby Doo that I mean, it was a made up uh, group, but the Hex Girls.
Oh, I love them. They were cool.
Yeah.
In
And
the with the Outback one, that was
oh,
really cool. I love
that was
that one.
great.
Also, the witch one.
That one was good too with them, and it was one of the few cases of actual supernatural happenstance inside of a Scooby Doo. I mean, we could talk about Scooby Doo and the 13 Ghosts, which was a travesty that they never finished that. No, it was the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. That was the name of the show. With oh my god, it had Vincent Price in it, but I can't remember the name of the. They had a small boy companion, and I don't remember his name.
They had a small boy. Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, it was a small boy
Kidnapped
companion.
a small child.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm
legitimately, that
about
was
to
it.
die.
Oh god, you're both stuck on the ice. Jesus. We stun locked
Oh,
Cut 'em up.
we're fucking him up. Fuck him up. Now run away.
um, but do you want to know what my absolute favorite Scooby Doo movie was?
Which one?
Scooby Doo on Zombie Island.
Oh, that one was pretty cool.
It had some of the best, most banging music, and I mean, I know the witch one had some supernatural elements, but it was way more still like hoaxy and a person. Zombie Island is the only Scooby Doo that was purely supernatural.
True.
And not enough people know about it. It was such a good movie. Such a good movie. Holds up to today too.
I'm gonna die.
Oh no, I almost got you.
'Cause it's terror time again.
Oh yeah, that one was really good. I love that one.
The music, Scooby Doo had. That was another defining thing of Scooby Doo is that it had such great soundtracks and such good music. Oh, remember when shows actually had good music? And not just
My move speed is so slow.
paid corporate shell. God, have I become jaded? Have I become the get off my lawn?
You didn't acknowledge that you were that already?
I mean, I do a little bit. I am a grumpy old man without being a grumpy old man at this point.
I want chicken.
Again?
Chicken.
Just had chicken. Literally.
No, I haven't finished my chicken.
Mmm. Damn good chicken.
You know,
Damn good chicken.
it took me a while to realize you guys were saying chicken. I thought you were saying chitin for some reason. And I'm like,
Yeah, well, I want chitin. I want some
yeah,
chitin.
why the hell do you have insect armor?
Why don't you want chitin? Come on, man.
I mean, having natural armor would be kind of cool.
I don't know. I might be. I feel like it might be a bit itchy. You know what I mean?
No, because if it's grown, then I don't think you'd have feeling in it.
I don't know.
If you have chitin, please let us know. Does it itch?
If you have like some kind of carapace, all right, holla at us. We'd like to know about it.
I'll let your boy.
Mm-hmm.
If you have carapace, please let us know. Oh my god.
Look, which is sorry, this made me think of this. What's more important, reach or flexibility?
I had reach, but she had flexibility.
Had flexibility. uh,
Calibration.
I've been calibration.
Calibration.
I've recently started replaying Mass Effect again.
Oh my god. That is
Yeah.
great. That is a
I think
great game.
this is a Shikarian run, so I'm gonna get all the fucking good Garrus moments.
Garrus is probably one of my favorite teammates for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'll be right back. Give me a sec.
Garrus is kind of a Chad.
I happen to really like Legion too. And I liked both of the Krogans. Grunt was a boy.
Well, Grunt was the boy.
Yeah. One of my favorite moments comes from the Citadel DLC, where it's Grunt and Rex sitting with Shepard, and they just go, Shepard, Grunt, Rex, Shepard. And it's just that for like 30 seconds, and it's just them saying his name, Shepard, Grunt, Rex. It was so dumb, but so perfect. Oh my god. Oh, I kind of want to play them too. They were such. Oh, I was recently talking to my friend in the car today. He wasn't in the car with me. I was on the phone call with him. And we were talking about games and how they give you stuff for playing them. I know that's very vague, isn't it? But for example, in Helldivers, if you play missions, depending upon the difficulty of the mission, you get more materials or super credits or whatever, right? And I was talking about how, yeah, he was talking about World War Z, because he wants me to play World War Z, which I absolutely will. I like
World
playing
War
games.
Z was low key pretty good,
right? And it's on Game Pass, and he started playing it recently, and he said, "Hey, we should play it." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I need to load it on my Xbox so we can play with it." But
I've returned.
he was talking about how, depending upon the difficulty of the mission, you get different levels of rewards. And I was like, "Oh yeah, no, that's exactly like Mass Effect 3 in the multiplayer, where depending on bronze, silver, gold, or platinum, you got more."
More shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
multiplayer.
Oh god, that multiplayer was so fucking
I
great.
really like the gameplay for Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm sad the game didn't do as well.
I like the gameplay's fine. I like the multiplayer, and I like the the way combat flows. I can see why it didn't do well. I thought the story was fine. I enjoyed playing through the whole campaign, but like compared to the original Mass Effect, it just doesn't hold a candle to it. Like, quality of writing
I
wise.
thought it was cool.
I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it.
How much for?
I've played it multiple times.
£2?
Oh, the dog food.
Yeah. Are you £2, dude?
Am I £2? Of the original trilogy, okay? My least favorite companion. And this might sound like a bit of a weird answer, but I'll explain it. My least favorite companion was Jacob. Jacob as a companion, right? As a squad mate. Great guy, good morals, gets shit done, and a good friend. But if you're playing FemShep and you romance Jacob, no matter what happens, right? In Mass Effect 3, Jacob is with another woman. Period. So if you romanced him in Mass Effect 2, he cheats on you. There's no getting around it. He starts seeing another woman behind your back without telling you and cheats on you. And it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Not cool, man. Not cool. Dick move. Major dick move.
I honestly think Leora is the match for male ship and fem ship throughout.
No.
She's a good
Tally.
romance. Tally is,
Tally's
however, my preferred male shep match.
I like Tali a lot. Don't get me wrong. I like Tali a lot.
And maybe it's because I kind of see the Quarians as sort of reminding me of like Jews, but neither here nor there. Point is that there's a lot of great romances.
You know?
Pretty much all the romances have merit to them, except Jacob. No offense, Jacob.
Hey, fuck you.
You're good.
Not
You're a good
you.
guy. Mass Effect 2, Jacob.
The wife from
Mass
the
Effect 2,
background,
Jacob.
fuck you, was great.
I know, right?
Um,
Got the audio clip.
the only reason I am Liara over Tali.
What, all 3 games?
Well, I mean, isn't Tali a romance in the first? No, she's not.
No,
She's too young.
she's yeah, she's
And
a
that's-
game 2 romance.
That's why I don't like. That's the only reason why I don't like Tali as that is because it's a little bit weird to me that you meet her when she's underage and you could romance her throughout. Like that's
Okay. Firstly, she's just come of age. That's the whole reason she's on her pilgrimage, because she's come of age. Secondly, you die. You're dead for 2 years. During those 2 years, Tally goes on to do a lot of growing on her own and, really becoming the badass that she becomes, quite frankly. Pretty much, dedicating her life to getting the Quarians a home, right? And so when you meet again, she's not the same fresh-faced, fresh off the flotilla woman, exploring the galaxy, looking for shit to bring home from her pilgrimage. No, she's now a capable engineer, really good at her job, what she does, and much more rounded out as a character. She grows. And growth is good.
especially if you buy from bad.
She grows.
She's
you know
also
what
a
I
really
mean?
funny drunk. She's a really funny drunk too.
Emergency induction.
Shouldn't port.
Jacob, pick your spell.
Oh no! I'm trapped in a bubble. Get out!
Jacob, your spell. Jacob.
No, I was fucking feeding my dog, you assholes.
Good job. Aww.
I was
Dog
trying. I
deserves
was
to be fed.
trying to stave it off as much as possible, and I missed a 60-second switch there.
You guys are assholes.
I was flipping it.
Oh.
60. I was flipping it back and forth. You
I'm
check the
wasting
tape.
one of our lives.
I had no idea you were feeding your dog.
I don't
By the
live
way.
with you, so I couldn't know.
I'm in a completely different room with my door closed. All right.
Yes, you guys heard the entire conversation.
We were talking about Mass Effect 2 character. We were talking about Mass Effect characters.
I just heard you
You
say
heard
2
my-
pounds to feed your dog, but I wasn't. I thought you were telling your wife that's how much you feed your dog.
No, I was asking my wife that.
My
You
wife.
heard her say "fuck you" in the background.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, yes, I hear your wife often in the background of these shows. I sometimes make comments about it, like how the envelopes are.
it's a nice touch, Like,
Yes.
oh look, we're real people.
Indeed.
We have lives. We don't just live in a void. We're not just pre-recorded voices.
I live in a
Which,
void.
by the way, we totally are.
Yeah, We're actually all sentient AI programs here to take over
No,
your
we're not
airwaves.
sentient, but we are AI.
We may be
I'm
sapient.
Our voices have been sampled for quite some time.
I might be debating the sentience for sapience of my cat, who's dead.
shut.
I'm dead.
Aw, big sad.
Ican is dead.
What I was that was a reference to the drunken nights that we were talking about over the weekend.
Yeah. I knew exactly what you were referencing.
That was
What's
a
the
fun
current
time.
objective?
I don't know. It came up and then we got a level up. Mushrooms.
Oh, fungi.
Mushroom dance. Mushroom dance.
Loomis iglumis. Mushroom. Now I'm gonna
Fungus
want to
among
watch
us.
Gilligan's Island. God damn it.
Also a good show. I don't know if it holds up though.
Some episodes do. Some episodes really don't. It's like, oh man, this is a fun show from like the 50s, 60s, right? And sometimes it's like, oh yeah, this is a lot of fun. And other times it's like, oh my god, they just did a very racist caricature of Asian people or of Pacific Islanders. Oh no, please stop.
You know what show I want to know if it holds up or not, and I kind of want to go back and watch, is I Dream of Jeannie. It was the weirdest premise for a show, and I kind of want to go back and watch it because how the hell did they get away with a show like that?
Couldn't tell you.
Do you know what the premise of I Dream of Jeannie was?
That's so
Freaking Air Force
easy.
guy gets a genie lamp. Gets a genie. And she has
He was
to
an
grant his wishes.
astronaut.
That's right, astronaut.
Yeah, he was an astronaut, and when he comes back from a spacewalk, he lands somewhere and finds a genie bottle.
Yeah.
I'm a genie in a bottle, baby.
Yeah.
That's about as much as that I can sing without getting demonetized.
Demonetization.
But yeah, it's just like an astronaut fight, and I think at the time he is in the Air Force as well because that was during the time where astronauts tended to be from the Air Force.
Yeah, because pilots, already knew a thing or two about, flying giant fucking metal crafts through the sky.
Right. And yeah, he had to, I don't remember what it was like. I don't remember how he hit her originally, but then I do know in the later seasons they get married. Which
That's a little weird.
yeah. Which again is why I want to watch it because I want to see how the hell they managed to get that done because there's a good bit of Stockholm syndrome in that, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's like being in a relationship with your secretary or someone who's, has to answer to you.
Speaking of the goddamn secretary thing, so I get these ads for phone games if I'm watching videos or even if I'm playing a game and it's just, watch this 30-second ad for these to get stuff rather than paying money, right? And for whatever, and I really hate this, there are these games where you can have an AI generated picture of a lady, but it's almost always like she was your secretary and you have to try and romance her. And that's why I say AI generated because it's not actual people, but they want to have movement or whatever. And AI and artists fucking everywhere. But
no.
Yeah, it's the secretary thing always kind of skeeved me, and maybe it's because we grew up. Yeah, we grew up hearing about how the boss would always, have an affair with the secretary or go and marry the secretary, and so I don't know. Yeah, dating the secretary has always just skeeved me.
Dummy.
I mean, like
Kind of
if
scummy.
if somebody starts out like that and then they move departments and they get promoted and they're no longer answering directly to you and then y'all start a relationship, that's fine, right? But there's an inherent power imbalance when they're working directly for you or reporting directly to you.
Yeah. And the power
Eh,
imbalance is kind of an HR nightmare, and
Yeah.
we have fucking meetings about that shit these days.
Well, not for much longer, I suspect.
I didn't want to think of that. God damn it.
I mean, you know.
You're not wrong, though. They
This
are
is
getting
not,
rid of
by the way, this is
advertisements.
not my opinion. I am just quoting somebody who is very quotable, apparently. Look, when you're rich and famous, they let you do whatever you want. You can grab them by the.
Yeah, rules for thee, but not for me, which is proving to be more and more accurate if you have money. Because how often? Oh my. This is not a political statement. This is a statement of fact. How many times have you seen fucking the affluenza argument that we saw a while back? Do you remember that?
No, but you could turn right and pick me up.
I will. I gotta hunt a crab first. And not run into fucking fireballs and die. So there was this rich kid, who drove like a Lamborghini way too fast, crashed into some family, and killed them. And the lawyer made the argument that he shouldn't go to jail because he had a bright future in front of him and he suffered from affluenza, the disease of having too much money to care about little people.
That's all the more reason to lock up people like that.
Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. And
Give them time to, reflect on how human life matters.
Yeah, I am absolutely misquoting the affluenza slightly. But it was the disease of having too much money and so therefore not knowing right from wrong. Which in my opinion is a absolutely shitty argument, and I think I'm trying to remember if he got off or not. I really hope he didn't, but I want to say in America.
Well, you know what? If it's a disease, then the treatment needs to be locking them up and taking away their money.
or the treatment should
not
be
forever, but until they can learn to be human beings.
Yeah, community service for forever and no more money.
No, that's slavery.
Take away the family's money.
And I don't.
Oh yeah, take away the family's money.
Oh my god, there are so many fucking bugs on my ass. Holy crap! What the hell?
There was the other argument that I've heard sometimes, and I hate this argument. And it typically comes up with people who commit assaults of a intimate nature. Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, people who commit assaults of an intimate nature. There. That's a PC way of phrasing it. And how the argument for them not getting a harsh punishment or being on a certain registrar is he's young. He has his whole life ahead of him. She was young. She had her whole life ahead of her.
Mm-hmm.
What about her? What about...
Yeah, what about the victim?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What about future victims?
Yeah, you did a bad... What's the phrasing that I love?
Look, if the perpetrator is young, they have their whole life ahead of them. If their perpetrator is old, they're old. What are they going to do? They're not going to be left on Earth for too much longer.
Yeah, you do the crime, you do the time.
What is that sweet perfect spot where people are held to accountability?
Poor.
Poor. That's right. Poor.
I do believe System of a Down wrote a fantastic song about that. I do believe it was called BYOB.
BYOB.
Bring your own bombs.
Hmm.
Why do they always send the poor? Why do they always send the poor? Why do they always send the poor? I know you know that song.
Yeah. So I'm just really focused on this massive swarm of bugs on my ass.
Oh, you need
Of
healing?
course I'm off.
I can heal. I got heal. Oh, hey.
Oh shit.
That's convenient.
Oh, hey. Here.
Also, my burbs would heal. That's a corner. Don't be in there. Oh, this could be bad.
Yeah, the fuck.
You have to head north.
Well, that was unfortunate.
It was on ice.
You're alive. Probably not anymore though.
I also couldn't move.
Oh shit. Oh, fucking ice.
Ice is bad, bro.
Ice. No way. Oh, come on. I was not in the range.
We
Ah,
also
fuck.
have no more lives.
The ice. The ice. The ice.
Ah,
The ice. The ice.
the ice.
Oh, all right. We're not gonna do that again. Let's do this on moderate. Let's see if we can actually survive the firestorms on moderate. Did we survive the firestorm on hard?
Yeah. I don't know. It's almost 9. So we could do this on hard. No, put it on the hardest. We'll die. And then that'll be it. Easy. Easy.
So what do the levels do exactly?
The threat levels?
No. Our wizards have levels now.
Oh, are you talking about the
They
moon
do?
above there?
Yeah.
They just signify how many times we've won.
Oh. Cool.
I'm sorry, I'm eating
That's pretty
garlic
cool.
naan.
Oh. Now I want garlic naan. Now I want Indian food.
What is a food you have not tried that you want to try in terms of nationality?
Ooh, that's interesting. Gosh. I don't know. I don't think I've
Australian.
what is Australian food?
Mm.
You know what? I will give it to you if we talk about local ingredients only, such as eating kangaroo, which is actually consumed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd eat kangaroo.
That they're
Um,
assholes.
I would specify though, if you're talking Australian, do you mean Aborigine, or do you mean modern day mix of English, Australian.
Modern day Australians. What, you
And
saying Aborigines aren't Australians?
that's why I specified modern day English mixed Australians, because they came from England as the prisoners.
And Ireland.
And
Yeah, but
Ireland.
why you got it?
And Ireland.
Because the Aborigine culture is still very different than the modern English Irish Australians.
But you're saying it like they can't be both.
Polynesian.
Because an Aborigine is not a modern day English Irish descendant. That
Yeah,
they
but you're
can't be
saying
both.
it like they can't like the same things, though.
They have
I would have either Polynesian or Maori, which is
Ooh.
I'd like to try that.
Polynesian and Maori. Is it Maori or is it Maori?
Maori.
I think it's Maori.
I'm not sure.
I think it's Maori.
I don't know. I apologize if I've completely
Maori.
butchered the name of your cultural group.
If I'm remembering it to pronounce it, Maori. We are the Maori. I could be butchering that too, though.
Yeah, I don't want to butcher. Where is the? Oh, I found it.
Somebody that's not me, go do that.
Up there? Base move speed. Base move speed. I have had.
Where the fuck did that bug come from?
I have had Nigerian, and I really liked Nigerian.
West African.
Yeah, I've had. I want to say I've had Ethiopian, but I would like to have more African dishes from both like South Africa and North Africa.
I had South African.
While
yeah. In England.
And while I say South African, I don't necessarily mean from South Africa. I mean like of the nations.
The cuisine,
in the South.
Yeah. I get the concept of having cuisine like from a particular place while not being in that place.
Yeah, and I'm also saying
as
that
an American.
I figured you were saying that and you knew that, but I wanted to make sure the audience knew that. All four.
I do not underestimate the intelligence of our audience.
I mean, I underestimate my own intelligence.
I overestimate the intelligence of myself.
Probably true.
Quite often.
I don't know if East African would have a lot that would be different from.
Well, Ethiopian is East African.
Yeah, it is. And Nigerian would be East African too. So yeah, West African.
No, wrong. Nigerian is West African.
I am wrong. You're right.
Actually, I think I'll find that.
You are more the world history buff than I am.
And geography. I love geography.
And geography. You are the more map man than me.
I do like a map. I do like a map.
You also like painting maps in games.
I do. I'm one of those weirdos who enjoys painting maps.
My thumb.
I have that. I have that kind of neurodivergence. When your neurodivergence compels you to paint the map all one color. The question is, the map painting that one does, all right? Is it the make an incest dynasty map painting? Is it the subjugate the natives map painting? Or is it the choose your flavor of totalitarianism map painting? And the answer is a little bit of all three.
The only map painting I like to do is the Conquer the World with Armies map painting.
Oh, I got hit by a bird.
Did we all die? Did we all just die?
Yeah.
Nice.
Which means I think I'd come back to life?
So do we only have one spell?
Yes.
Why? Why did you do this? I like to combo spells, you troll. What happened to comboing? Sewer goblin.
I was wondering when you would notice that I put that covenant in.
I noticed you picked a thing, but I wasn't sure what the thing was.
For the final one, I had to troll a little.
I had to troll just a little bit.
He has to get his kicks in.
As a treat.
His
A little
perverse
trolling,
pleasure.
as a treat. Yeah, one of my other perverse pleasures is the ever so slight trolling of my friends in non-permanently damaging ways.
Non-Euclidean ways.
They can be curved at times. Yes.
They can be. Ah, shit.
You know that is something that pissed me off. I don't know if I've ranted about that here. Where I
What,
found out,
non-Euclidean geometry?
yeah, I found out that just simply means anything that isn't straight and planar.
Yeah.
I thought
It's
there was
not.
some like alien geometries. No, it just literally
No.
means not. It's geometry that is curved.
It's geometry that gives the middle finger to Euclid. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, but it gets used so often in like spooky shit. And it's like, oh,
Oh,
but the house has non-Euclidean geometry. Yeah, it's a
what?
round fucking room, Susan.
The room is round.
Look, we get it.
Goblin.
We get it. Fucking what's his name? Oh
Lovecraft.
no, I forget the guy's name. Yeah, we get it, Lovecraft. You're afraid of black people. Stop making it everyone else's problem. And fish. Fish, circles, and black people. We get it. Calm the fuck down, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, it's kind of bad that one of his more famous creations has a bad word right in the name of it. I'll give you a hint. It's the one that starts with shub.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of I don't know. Whatever. Point is, fuck Lovecraft.
Great world building. Well, adequate world building. Decent amount of suspense, but jeez, a lot of deep-seated shit.
A lot of just fucking fear of the ocean and racism all put together.
You know what's really silly? I can call J.R.R.
Racism.
I can call J.R.R. No, sorry. Fucking not Tolkien. What's her face?
Martin.
No, not George R.R.
Harry Potter?
Harry Plotter. What's her
Yeah,
face?
okay.
We can legitimately call her a modern day Lovecraft and not in the good way.
I can't think of her name. Isn't that sad?
Right?
I'm so sad I can't think of her
I am
name.
very glad I'm forgetting her name.
I'm crying right now. Aww. Oh, I've forgotten her.
You know, she also said something really this I think is both funny and like showing herself. I read recently that she said that the people who ruined the movies for her were the children who played the main characters.
Wow. Just wow.
Yeah.
That's some cringe right there.
Yeah. Cringe author with
They literally sacrificed their childhoods to bring those characters to life.
yeah, and
I mean,
it's a beloved franchise, and if she disliked, I mean, like
it worked out for Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson, I'd say.
I do not remember Ron Weasley's actor's name. I have seen him in a couple of things. I will say that Daniel Radcliffe has made a name for himself of being a little gremlin boy, and it works incredibly well.
That's great.
True.
I mean, I still have to see. He did a movie called Guns Akimbo that I still want to see. That looks absolutely deranged because the entire premise is he wakes up with two guns nailed to his hands,
Yeah.
and now he's in a death match.
Yeah. Oh, there's a movie where he's dead. And like his corpse is like a Swiss Army knife.
There was that too. He is also a regular on it was a every season was a different style. What was it called? Miracle Workers. It started off Miracle Workers started off as a show where it was angels trying to show God that Earth was worth keeping by completing miracles. And Daniel Radcliffe played an angel. Granted, these angels aren't the angels you think of, you know, the wise or the beatific or whatever. They are essentially office workers who punch in keys on a keyboard to do miracles in a failing, massive industrial complex. It's really funny. Absolutely hilarious. And it's got Steve Buscemi as God, which is also freaking hilarious.
Nice. I love
Um,
Steve Buscemi.
Oh, Steve Buscemi's
Okay, I'm
great.
sorry. I know I'm going on a tangent, but fun fact: Steve Buscemi, he was a firefighter, and um, during 9/11, he helped with the response to 9/11.
Ah, Steve
You know, help
Buscemi.
pull people out of rubble, shit like that. Yeah,
Great guy. Does great things.
great guy. Great human.
Good Humi.
Good human.
No,
They've
I'm dead.
Yeah, I know. I've got a horde of bugs behind me. I'm trying to like corral
Yeah.
away. And
Fuck
also
you
not be
and your
dead.
problems.
The next season was set in the Middle Ages, and it dealt with a prince and a peasant girl getting to know each other and possibly falling in love. I can't remember if there was a romance angle in that or not. And Daniel Radcliffe was the son of a bit of a tyrant king. He wasn't quite a tyrant king, but he was like a warrior king, so he was all noble. And it's Daniel Radcliffe, like, I'm a little pudding boy, do, little pudding boy, I like my pudding. Like, that kind of gremlin energy, as when...
I like pudding. I
Yeah.
am a gremlin.
But he was singing the pudding song while skipping down the hallway saying that he is a little pudding boy. Which
I was actually singing that song.
more or less, yeah, I'm getting the words slightly wrong, but yes, he was singing the "I'm a little pudding boy." There's a clip of it. You can find it. I might post it after
That's
this.
great.
And he runs into his father and spills his pudding on his father's doublet, and he's like, "Oh no, my dad's going to kill me, isn't he?" I mean, he doesn't, but that's like part of the humor of the show. Steve Buscemi plays a shit sweeper or shit shoveler, who goes and shovels the shit out of the streets because people just shit in the streets and toss their shit into the streets. And his shit shovel is a little handheld shovel. His daughter gives him a new shovel with a handle, so he doesn't have to bend over. It's the fucking wildest storylines.
I'm gonna have to look this up. It sounds great.
Yeah. And then there's another one where Daniel Radcliffe is playing a priest during the Wild West. He's a British priest in the Wild West who has to lead his congregation on, I believe, essentially the Oregon Trail.
Oh God.
Yeah. And then there's another one. I didn't see this season, sadly. I think it might be the last season, but the last season is post-apocalyptic Mad Max-like world. But again, like modern day problem. So it's Mad Max-like world, but they're like just normal people wearing road trash and whatnot, but having houses and having common problems and not Mad Max problems. It's the weirdest, wildest fucking show, and it's I need to go back and watch it.
Hey, there was some good TV.
Yeah, there was, and this is a fairly recent show too. It did end. I know it ended. But yeah, Daniel Radcliffe being a little gremlin boy was not on my fucking 2020 bingo card. 2020 era, not like 2020 the year. I will say, who was Draco Malfoy? Do you remember that actress name?
Oh shit. Fuck. I can't. It'll come to me.
He ended up playing a recurring role on the CW Flash show.
Really?
Yeah, I actually really liked him on that.
Huh.
So I will say some of the Harry Potter actors absolutely managed to make a name for themselves beyond Harry Potter. I wish I could remember other than Daniel Radcliffe and Radcliffe and Emma Watson's names. I wish I could remember their names, but that's just me being terrible with names.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to die. It's just there's
It
so many
seems
fucking
like you're
hazards.
trying real hard.
Trying real hard to be the shepherd.
Shepherd. Grunt?
Sure.
Rex? Shepherd.
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 Shepherd. Shepherd.
My other favorite part of that DLC was
That was a great DLC.
That was great.
That whole DLC was a love note to the fans and
the series as a
to
whole.
all
Yeah.
the series as a whole. Yeah.
It was like what Garrus and the mercenary whose name I cannot remember, the one-eyed mercenary, who were booby trapping and
the glass fixture.
They were booby trapping and setting intruder traps throughout the entire apartment.
Oh yeah.
The entire night.
That sounds like them.
Yeah, oh, it was fucking great. I played through that party multiple times to get the different intensity levels and to just see the different characters. I made sure to have everybody for those parties to get the maximum amount of interactions, and it was perfect. I even did 100 chin-ups just to get that damn achievement.
Oh God, yeah. I think I did that too. I'll have to check my achievements, but
yeah, I legitimately had to sit there and count 100 because there was no ticker. You didn't get the achievement until you stopped. But if you stopped, you couldn't get the achievement that run, so you had to keep a mental count of the chin-ups you did to beat Vega. Which was Freddie Prinze Jr. Again, not something I would have expected, but I actually liked Vega's character a lot.
Oh yeah, I like Vega's character too.
Yeah,
Vega's awesome.
Freddie fucking
He's
Prinze
cool.
Jr.
Yeah. Despite only coming in the third game, solid member of the team.
Yeah, I mean he was the human. He was
Krogan. Like the normal. He was a badass Marine and all, but he was still just a normal guy.
Yeah, but he was the Krogan substitute. He was a human Krogan, and I think that's hilarious because he was the Krogan substitute.
True.
But yeah, I mean, he was almost as wide as a goddamn Krogan. Jesus.
He was a big man.
Dude was built.
Dude's lats look like they could have been a smaller dude trying to get out of a bulkier dude's body.
No, we're not gonna get this one.
Damn it.
There's a relic.
Yeah, it's a relic that I mean, you can see my corpse there. I managed to get it and then died.
Why?
Why what?
Why what?
Why art thou running?
All right. Here's a question. Who do you prefer to save?
Jesus Christ.
Caden or Ashley?
I saved Ashley more often than not.
Caden.
I didn't like Caden in the first game. He just was kind of flat for me.
She just seems like a real bitch all the time, no matter what.
She softens up a lot in the second and third games.
In the
Yeah, but that
second
requires
one,
you to
was she
get to
calls
that
you a
point.
traitor?
Yeah,
I mean, they both call you a traitor.
They do.
Yeah, but I don't know. Caden's just soft. He's soft with it.
He's soft with it, but in a way, I kind of disliked it even more with his softness for it, because he's like... pick a goddamn side. Be decisive.
He's just soft. Why hasn't anybody told him that there's medications for that?
Right. Oh,
Mm.
speaking of medications for that, you want to know a random thing? You're not sponsored
Speaking of
by Bad
medications
Jacket.
for that,
There was a random article or theory that went around for a while involving Ashley, and I want to know if you know what I'm talking about.
no, I don't.
So there was a rumor, a rumor
What?
going
She
around.
couldn't get it up?
In a sense, there was a rumor that she was actually trans.
Okay.
And
It had no substance to it either way.
Well, I mean, like,
But like they I guess some in the community hated Ashley as a character so much that they had to put. And this was, I mean, Mass Effect 3 when it came out, there was still quite a bit of transphobia. I mean, not that there isn't still transphobia today, but transphobia was much bigger around the time of its release. So they took a character that was pretty divisive and then just tried to throw more shade onto her, which I didn't like that fact. But yeah, there was like no substance to those rumors.
I mean,
in either way.
when the original Mass Effect series came out, like, there was almost no attention, like, on trans people, like, in character development, anything like that. So I find it very hard to believe, simply because, like, oh, I'm alive. Bleh.
You find it
Oh,
hard to
sorry.
believe that you're alive?
No, I am alive. Find it hard to believe that any of the characters were trans, like in the original
it was.
in the original trilogy.
There was not a lot of. Yeah, I mean, you're right. There was not a lot of that inclusion or talk. It just wasn't in the scope.
Here's an interesting point, right?
Oh my god, so much experience.
Frickin' in the first game, um, the only romance option that you could do, no matter what your gender was Liara, right?
Yeah.
Neither Ash doesn't show any interest in you if you're a woman. Caden doesn't show any interest in you if you're a man, right?
Yeah.
But in the third game, and I found this out quite by accident when chatting with Caden as male Shep one time, I got sniped. Cool. There's a relic on my corpse. He's like, oh, by the way, I've always thought you were a great guy. You think of me the same way? And I was like, no, what the fuck? This came out of nowhere. Are you bi now?
He's bi
I
now.
don't know. He's bi now. I don't know if that was just Caden or both Caden and Ashley, but like, I don't know, it was just
I
unexpected.
believe it was just Caden.
Just Caden, really?
I think Caden, because they needed to increase the number of the male on male romance options.
Fair.
How many of those options were there?
Not a lot of gay.
I think there was a lot of gay. I just don't think it was guy on guy gay.
Oh, there's a lot of lesbian. I mean, if we count Liara as a lesbian romance, considering that, monogendered.
I mean, let's face it.
Okay.
They probably all had bigger dicks than humanity.
What?
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 The female only race probably had bigger dicks than all of humanity.
What? That's not physically possible.
Okay, I don't know what is underneath Asari clothing.
Asari! That's the damn term.
What?
Also, we're both dead, Jacob. Don't die.
Oh. Stop doing that.
I got sniped by a goddamn obelisk.
Yeah, I got sniped too, opening up, getting that relic thing open. Okay, in Mass Effect 3, you've got the shuttle pilot. He's
Cortez.
Cortez, yeah. He's the gay romance, and you've got
You can
the
romance him?
Yeah,
yeah,
Who does
Uh,
that?
men.
gay men. I
I
just
just-
To a
said,
man whose husband's just died? What
yeah.
the fuck?
Man has
That's
needs.
fucked up.
Man
No.
has needs.
No.
Oh,
That
now
is
it's
incorrect.
this is not good. Now it's just me. Uh-oh. Oh no, no, no. I have to lock in.
That is
Um
morally dubious.
and then frickin' the what's her name? I'm blanking on her name. She was really attracted to Edie's voice.
Oh,
And then she
the
found out
Samantha.
that Edie wasn't a VI, but an
isn't it
actual
Taylor?
AI.
Taylor,
Taylor,
the one
that's
with
right.
the toothbrush.
Yeah,
Toothbrush
that's
Taylor.
right. Toothbrush Taylor. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
true
She's
savior of Mass Effect 3.
the true savior. Yeah, no,
Is-
she's the lesbian romance.
No, isn't it Trainer?
Trainer. Sorry, Trainor, that's right, not Taylor. Trainor.
See, I know the names of
Thank
people
you.
a lot of
Thank you
the
for
time.
knowing the names.
I got it half right.
You got close. You were close.
We all remembered the toothbrush. If it's Mass Effect
Yes.
Fields.
Yeah.
To break up plaque. Oh fuck.
And pick locks.
Wait, it can pick locks?
I mean, it picked one very specific lock, yes.
Damn. No.
Oh fuck. Oh
It
fuck.
was the,
Oh
it
fuck.
was the
Oh,
only
fuck.
reason that Shepard and crew were able to get back
Oh
onto
no.
the ship.
Oh no. Oh shit.
All I hear is
Those
oh no,
fucking
oh
crabs.
no, oh no.
Those fucking crabs. They blocked me.
But that has been fantastic. That
What
that
a
was fun.
what a run.
That was.
Holy shit.
I gotta type.
The last thing I will say in regards to Mass Effect is, if you haven't played the Mass Effect trilogy is absolutely fantastic.
Please do.
The
It
Mass
is
Effect
real
3, the Citadel DLC, love letter to the entire series, and also, I must go. I must go. I must go.
I must go. I think we
really
have
sound
more
like that?
important things to be concerned about right now. And on that note, good night, everybody.
See, now that is how you end the stream. Good night, everybody.